And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to Benedictine University Athletics. I'm Mark Vasco, and today it is softball here at the BenU Sports Complex in Lisle, as your Benedictine Eagles will take on the Cougars of Concordia-Chicago. As Cougars getting their lineup announced to the crowd as we speak down the first base line. Your Eagles in red in the third base dugout here today. And yes, that's the sun. We are finally enjoying a little bit of sunshine here today as we get a little respite from the rain. Now, the outfield grass is still going to be a little bit slick and wet. I mean, it's rained for a week straight here, basically. And the rain is supposed to come back tomorrow night as well. But we should be able to squeeze in this softball doubleheader here today and a baseball doubleheader here tomorrow before the rains return. Now, conditions here as we speak, not too bad. Hard to complain after what we've been dealing with. 53 degrees. Now the winds northwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. But again, some sunshine and 53 degrees. We will definitely take that. So for now, we will enjoy this doubleheader here today. And the BenU Eagles coming in fresh off a sweep over Wheaton the other day here in the rain on Thursday. Happy to have a little bit nicer conditions. Coming in overall right now at 9-5. Concordia-Chicago at 9-6. This is the conference opener for both teams. For game number one, BenU is there just about set to take the field. Defensively in game one, it will be Angie Malsack in left. You've got Cassie Johnson in center. Abby Plutz will be in right. Jenna Boyajian at third. Shannon Fritchie at short. Brianna Sabatka at second. Courtney Graz over at first. Now, Alexandra Laffin, the freshman, will be the catcher and the flex player for this one. Holly Haberkorn will do the pitching. Emily Moore will be the DP in game one. For Benedictine, Stephanie Deanna, the second baseman, will lead off for the Cougars. Their DP will bat two. That's Sydney Getz. Michelle Alexander at third will bat in the 3 spot for them. Allison Kruk in center, batting 4. Marita Van Dyke at first base will bat 5. Taylor Kurasevich is the catcher, and she'll bat 6. Kristen Landon at short, batting 7. Courtney Pepper in left, batting 8, and Megan Strong, the right fielder, batting 9. Julianne Nation will pitch game one for the Cougars, and she will not bat in this first one. So again, for the Cougars in inning number one, Deanna Getz, Alexander up top, Kruk, Van Dyke, Kulashevitz in the middle, Landon, Pepper, and Strong the bottom 3. As you looked at Holly Haberkorn getting loose there in the circle. BenU out in the field for Coach Heidkamp's squad. And Haberkorn out to a great start, 7-2, 8 complete games already, 55 2/3 innings, 61 hits, 29 strikeouts to just 5 walks, an ERA of 2.51. We talk about that with Holly. It's great control. She'll give up hits on occasion because she's always around the strike zone, but again, does not hurt herself because she hardly walks anybody. Maybe one a game. And here we go. And a strike to get us started. So the left-handed hitter, Stephanie Deanna at the plate. And that'll just miss down a bit low. Now Deanna, a .392 hitter. Slaps at that one towards third, but nicely done across the way from Boyajian to Graz. And there's one down. Brings up Sydney Getz, the DP. But Deanna, .392 with 4 driven in. Again, a slap hitter, so not really a home run threat. But now you've got Getz at the plate. Getz comes in at .250, but does have a homer. And 7 driven in. And glad to have the folks here from Sunrise Communications. They'll be here tomorrow as well for the baseball doubleheader. So we're going to have the multi-cameras today. We've got the nice graphics. We're going to have replays and so on all throughout the course of the afternoon. That one up in the zone again. I'm Mark Vasco. Happy to be here for this one. It's a cross breeze for the moment. Kind of blowing out and across from the third base dugout to the right field corner. There's a slapper to short. The throw across in time. And Getz is retired. 2 up and 2 down for Michelle Alexander. 317. 4 doubles. No homers, 13 driven in for her. Again, we're up top, the football stands, looking down on the softball facility. Is that one down and in? So every time you get that wide shot, that's where we are up top. And that will be a strike on the inside corner. Good pitch there from Haberkorn. Wright's ball will miss up and away. So just getting started here in game 1. And the off speed didn't come down quite enough up in the zone. So 3-1. Shot to center, and Cassie Johnson will track that one down. So, nice 1-2-3 inning for Haberkorn to get us started. So, bottom of 1 on the way of the scoreless tie as the Eagles come over to the third base dugout. An impressive sweep against Wheaton on Thursday. They won the first game 4-1, and they trailed that second game, but rallied and got the game winner in the last of the 7th and won the nightcap 5-4 to get that sweep. And trying to keep that momentum going here for this one. Now for Concordia-Chicago, Marita Van Dyke, I believe it's safe to say that she is the ace of their staff, but she is going to be held for the second game. So Van Dyke defensively at first base in game 1. They're going with Julianne Nation in game 2. Now Van Dyke, as a matter of fact, is the reigning pitcher of the week in this league, but she's not going in the first game. They're going to save her. But Julianne Nation, 2-2, 2 complete games. ERA of 4.34. She has struck out 12, walked 13. She's given up 35 hits and 30 2/3. So Nation against Cassie Johnson for Benedictine. So they're in a weird way. When you save your ace for the second game, you're almost in a weird way planning for a split, if that's possible. You see what you can do against the other team's ace, and you try to get the better of game 2. There's a pitch up and away from Cassie Johnson, or to her, I should say, the center fielder. 333 average so far. 2 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 9 driven in for Cassie. And that's down and away, taken for a ball. And the delivery. And that'll just miss. So defensively, for the Cougars here in game 1, you've got Courtney Pepper in left, Allison Kruk in center, Megan Strong in right, Michelle Alexander at third, Kristen Landon at short, Stephanie Deanna at second, Marita Van Dyke at first. Again, Taylor Kulashevitz catching, and again, Nation doing the pitching. Retie the shoelace there. And a slapper foul hits the netting on the first base side. Again, so it'll be Johnson, Fritchie, and Graz to get things going here for BenU. So again, Johnson in center to lead it off. Fritchie at short to bat 2. Graz at first to hit 3. Helly Haberkorn, the pitcher, batting 4. Jenna Boyajian in the 5 spot at third base. A roller up the middle. Backhand stab, long throw, and they get her out. So very nice play from Deanna de Van Dyke. And 1 down for Fritchie. Then Abby Plutz, the right fielder, batting 6. Angie Malsack in left batting 7. Brianna Sabatka, second base, batting 8. And Emily Moore, the DP, bats 9. So again for BenU, Johnson, Fritchie, Graz up top as we watch this play again. A good backhand stab. And the in-time throw. That pitch is high for a ball. But again, Johnson, Fritchie, Graz up top. Haberkorn, Boyajian, Plutz in the middle. Malsack, Sabatka, Moore, bottom 3 for BenU in game 1. Off the end of the bat to the pitcher, and just like that, 2 up and 2 down. Fritchie had come in with 283. 3 doubles, a homer, and 5 driven in. And now it's Courtney Graz at 357 for her average as we watch that play again. Pitcher goes down to the ankle to snag that. So Graz 357, 5 doubles, 2 homers, 12 driven in. And again, the 2 homers, 12 ribbies lead the team. And an off-speed strike on the inside part of the plate. To number 19. Of course, high hopes for this Benedictine squad with so many back from that team last year that was 1 win away from the College World Series. Got to the Super Regional and almost got out of there. And outside. Haberkorn next. And considering she's the ace of the staff now and the cleanup hitter, yes, a lot expected from Holly Haberkorn, but she's been delivering so far. That pitch up in the zone. So 3-1 here to Graz. So no score, bottom of 1. Slapper left side, diving stop from her knees. The throw, not in time though. So Alexander did all she could do, but still will be an infield hit for Courtney Graz. So 1 on 2 out for Haberkorn. Let's watch it again. Again, headlong dive, great play. Graz hustling down the line, beats it out. So now Haberkorn has a hitter, 391. 7 doubles already, a homer, and 11 driven in. So just 1 behind Graz in the RBI department. Had a huge 2-run home run to help key that comeback the other day. Again, we've moved the fences in a little bit here this year at BenU. And it's still a big field. It's not exactly small dimensions, but it was such a big ballpark that home runs were very rare here. So moved it in several feet now, and it's making things a little more fair offensively. Pitcher's had a big edge. High pop-up, right side, coming over, and the catch will be made by Deanna by the bag. So Haberkorn pops out. BenU gets a runner, but that's it. We are through 1 of a scoreless tie. We'll take a quick little break, come back for inning number 2. Back in Lyle here for the second inning. Mentioned BenU 9-5 and Cougars 9-6. This is the conference debut for both. Again, Eagles were picked to finish second in the preseason poll. Of course, we won the tournament for the 5th time in the last 6 years last season, and again in the playoffs. Won the Alma Regional. Got to the Sweet 16. And then in the Super Regional fell in 3 games to Emory. So we're 1 win away from, again, as we said, the College World Series. So trying to advance to the postseason this year once again. For the Cougars, they most recently beat Elmhurst and Wisconsin Stout, but a loss to North Central as well here in their last handful of games. Cougars picked to finish 6th in our conference preseason poll. It'll be Kruk, Van Dyke, and Kulishevitz due up here for the Cougars. Haberkorn ready. Kruk, the 4-hitter. And that'll miss inside for ball 1. 333 for her average. 2 doubles. Actually, 4 doubles. It's 2 triples. A homer and 12 driven in already. Good drop at the knees for a strike. So 1-1. And that one to short. Fritchie up with it. And over in time for the 6-3 to get things started here in the second.
Now at bat number 33, Marita Van Dyke.
No, it's Marita Van Dyke. As we watch that one again. Did a nice job off the end of the bat just to go the other way. But Fritchie was right there. Van Dyke mentioned she's the ace of the staff pitching-wise. Strike up in the zone there. As a hitter, 349 for her average with 4 doubles, 1 homer, 7 driven in. My open stance there and does close it as the pitch comes in. That'll miss. She starts out basically with that front foot on the chalk. And backs her away there, down and in. So 2-2. And upstairs for a ball. So full count. Swing and a miss. Did a great job there. That's about as good a pitch as you can ask for from Haberkorn. An off-speed drop in on the fist on the inside part of the plate there. And the strikeout is recorded. So her first K. Bases empty, 2 out for Kulishevitz, the catcher. 269 with a double and 4 driven in. And inside out's that one. That's going to be just out of reach. It's the roof for the first base dugout. So a strike to the Cougars catcher. Took something off there, but misses. And 1-1. Off the fist to the backstop. And our catcher laughing will catch that off the screen on the rebound and toss it back into the circle. Didn't chase that one. Misses outside, so 2-2. And that one just foul of the third base line. So next up for BenU, a whole bunch of games on the road, which is why it's nice we got a chance to see them here today, and it didn't get washed out. And we got a chance to bring out the guys from Sunrise. Oh, strike 3 called on the outside corner, laughing with a really nice job of framing that as well, because that was definitely on the borderline, but That's going to be a big called third there. So Cougars go down in order here in the second. Bottom of 2 coming up with a scoreless tie. But I was talking about the schedule. Again, we hosted Wheaton 2 days ago, hosting the Cougars today, and then we are on the road for 5 straight doubleheaders. So the next 10 games are all going to be on the road for BenU. They're at Alverno tomorrow, on the 6th at North Park, at Edgewood on the 8th, at Rockford on the 9th, and at Aurora on the 12th. And that doubleheader at Aurora, they're the ones picked to win it this year. That'll be a real big one, as it always is, on April the 12th, a 3 p.m. doubleheader at AU. But 5 straight conference doubleheaders on the road for BenU. Now, I'm not sure how they put this schedule together this year, and then they come home on the 15th of April against Wisconsin Lutheran for a noon twin bill, and then they're right back to MSOE 2 days after that. So it's literally 12 out of 14 games on the road after today.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 22, Jenna Boyajian.
And then they'll finally host 3 straight doubleheaders at the end of the month. But even that doesn't seem to make up for all the road action. So literally just 1 home date out of the next 7 after today. High and outside, a ball to Jenna Boyajian. .250 for the average, 5 driven in. But you know, it's a matter of time before she's going to break out. And off speed misses up in the zone. So 2-0. Plutz will be next, then Malsack here in the second. But that's the thing. If you're the Cougars, if you can steal this first one, and then you've got your ace going in the second game, you've got a chance for a huge doubleheader sweep to open up conference play, as that will just miss the outside corner at the knees. That's why BenU would love to strike first in this one and kind of take charge. And they draw a walk there. Boyajian will get on to start the second. Now it's Abby Plutz.
Number 9, Abby Plutz.
Plutz, the freshman, .350 for her start. 4 driven in. Just looking for her first extra base hit. So Nation ready and delivers. Right back to the pitcher. Go to second, but it's going to bounce in, so everybody's going to be safe. So fielder's choice, and possibly fielder's choice in an error. Yeah, so I would say fielder's choice in an E1 because it bounced to the first base side of the bag. Let's watch it. So now everybody's safe. You've got a big chance now for BenU. 2 on, nobody out for Angie Malsack. And that's the thing about Benedictine, as the bunt attempt is foul, and the runners will retreat. BenU has already scored 78 runs so far this year. But Concordia and Cougars have already scored 82, so these are 2 good offensive teams. Pitch in the dirt, but again, you give either one of these teams an extra out or 2, and you're really asking for trouble. So Malsack, 244, a triple, 2 driven in so far. And lofts that one into short center, and a sliding, diving catch is made. Beautiful play by Kruk. So out number 1 on a beauty. And that's one of those where
Now at bat number 17, Bree Sabaka.
You also had to wait and see once she hit the ground if she was going to hang on to it, and did, as that was not easy at all, and just barely picked that up off the top of the grass. So now Brianna Sabatka. And that one will just miss the knees on the outside corner. Sabatka, 333, which is basically 2 out of 6. But earning the start here today, batting from the left side in a key spot now. And she fouls it back. Was thinking bunt, put the bat out at the last second. And it's 1-1. Well, BenU likes to run. There's always the chance of a double steal here. Off speed will just miss the outside corner. So 2-1. Moore, the DP, is on deck. And that breaking ball will just get in the inside corner for a strike. So 2-2. Well, can Nation get out of this big jam here in the second? That one will drop in as the changeup. Didn't have enough on it. Kind of interesting. You've got center field and right field and the pitcher who are not wearing caps. And on a sunny day like that, I'm kind of surprised at that. And that's a slapper up the middle. It's going to get through for a hit. Run arounding third will score, and BenU will take a 1-0 lead. The throw to the plate gets away, and the runners advance to second and third. So BenU takes the lead, plus take advantage of a miscue there defensively. So Sabatka does a nice job with an RBI single. Now, you weren't going to get the runner at home. This throw probably should have been cut off, but no chance to cut it off from Van Dyke in the pitcher's circle. And once it got all the way through and got away, chance for now a second and third situation. For Emily Moore, and that's going to be a tough play across. And going to say she just beat it out. So again, a little spinner on the left side drops. And with that, BenU loads the bases. As you watch that again, the runner at third has to hold. Very close, but yeah, I believe that's the right call. So safe at first on a little infield single from Emily Moore. So bases are loaded for Johnson. And ball one. Didn't get a chance to tell you. Emily Moore, the DP. The freshman at 259. 2 doubles and 8 driven in. Bases loaded. 1 out. Cassie Johnson has bounced out to second so far. But 1-0 Eagles. That'll be up in the zone. Timeout called, and they're going to have a meeting in the circle here to bring the entire infield together. So 3 hits now for Benedictine. Although that last one, an infield hit, that just kind of landed out of reach and the throw across. Just barely not in time. But Sabatka comes up with the big RBI hit. So if you had a walk and error, a couple of singles, and now we'll see what Cassie Johnson does. Especially now that she's ahead of the count, 2-0. And just misses the inside corner. So 3-0. I mean, a walk scores a run. So let's see if Cassie gets a green light here. Not a pitch he really wanted anyway. It's going to be a strike. But 3-1. It was not a bad idea to take that. Let's see what happens on the 3-1. And another one that just barely catches the outside corner at the knees. So 2 really good pitches by Nation. And can she come all the way back now and get Johnson? The dugout calling the pitches. That's why she looks to the dugout every time. And that will be in the dirt for ball 4. So get the walk anyway and get another run. So Plutz will score. Bases remain loaded. Johnson with an RBI on the base on balls. So bases loaded for Shannon Fritchie, and now a 2-0 Benedictine lead. Still the 1 out. Fritchie has rolled to the pitchers so far in this one. And he'll drop in there for a strike at the knees. Hard shot to the left side. They're going to go home. They get that out, but that's all they'll get. But still, that's a big one. To gun down the lead runner, get the second out, and the fielder's choice. So Sabatka out at the plate. Moore to third, Johnson to second, Fritchie to first as we. So the slide there, but not in time. So now it's up to Graz. Infield single for her the first time. But again, a .357 hitter, pretty much the player you want at the plate right now. But does take a strike. Boy, she crushed a line drive homer to left the other day that never got more than 10 feet off the ground, but it was a laser that got out of here in a hurry the other day. Pitch outside for a ball. That was in game 1, I think, of that Wheaton doubleheader. Upstairs with that one. So 2-1 now. It's a 2-0 lead. As we talked about, Concordia, they can score runs, even though Holly Haberkorn, obviously a heck of a pitcher, but you'd like a little more leeway here if you're BenU, and you're not sure how many chances you're going to get. To the right side, but the 4-3 put out, and they'll get out of it without any more damage. But BenU does indeed strike first, as we talked about. They get a couple of runs, but they leave the bases loaded, and if you're the Eagles, you hope that that doesn't come back to haunt you as we watch that one again on the replay. But that does indeed retire the side. So we're through 2 full innings. Benedictine out in front 2-0. Back in a sec. So there's Haberkorn coming back into the circles. We go to the third of game 1. Eagles out in front now by the 2-0 tally. Looking at Todd Osborne, our assistant coach there. With Holly there for a sec. Kate Heitkamp, our head coach. Lisa Gaskin also an assistant this year. By the way, baseball involved today on the road against MSOE. And bottom of the second of their game 1. Eagles already have a 2-0 lead in baseball, so we'll try to keep you up to date so far for them, as Kaiser with a home run to right field, and Kerr with a sacrifice fly. So a homer and a sac fly, and BenU out in front of game 1 against MSOE, 2-0. By the way, indoors coming up in about a half an hour. Just across the way, beyond center field here, the Rice Center, you've got men's volleyball in their senior day, their final home match of the season. Kristen Landon, the shortstop, the batter. So we'll try to keep you updated on those events, baseball and volleyball. Golf involved today, but of course it's kind of tough to keep you up to date on golf. Roller to third, and the 5-3, and Landon is retired. So that's 7 up, 7 down here for Haberkorn so far. So we watch it again as Boyajian makes the play. So Landon, as that pitch high and outside, had come in at 161, just a freshman though. Now you've got Courtney Pepper, the left fielder. Off the end of the bat, little spinner. And backing up, and actually, as it turns out, kind of a tough catch for Sabatka, but she does it. With her back to the plate there. And it's 2 up and 2 down. So watch that one more time. Again, a little spinner off the end of the bat, and again, the wind blowing out away from her, and was able to reach out and grab it anyway. Pepper had come in at 333. That's 3 out of 9 with an RBI. Is now Megan Strong, the 9-hitter right fielder, fouls that one off. Strong, 282. No extra base hits, 3 driven in. But again, that's the thing about Haberkorn. A, she's got a really good defense behind her, and B, she's always around the strike zone. So you can have some pretty quick innings. Because if you take too many pitches against her, you're going to be down in the count. So a lot of times you'll have at-bats that are just, a couple of pitches deep before it's over. Oh, she wasted that one there. 1-1 as it bounced in. Up and in to the 9-hitter there. Looked like Strong was going to run up and slap at that one, but pitch jammed her and she had to stop. And swing and a miss over a good hard drop on the outside part of the plate. Good pitch, 2-2. And too far outside there. So a rare 3-2 count. It's 2 strikeouts, no walks so far for Haberkorn. And swing and a miss. So K number 3, and it's 9 up and 9 down for the Eagles ace. Bottom of 3 coming up. 2-0 Benedictine. Out in front. As we said, tomorrow, come right back for a baseball doubleheader that starts at 1. So 1 o'clock doubleheader against Lakeland tomorrow here on the baseball diamond. And then as far as the rest of the week goes, we've got 2 days off. And then on Wednesday, we will have women's lacrosse hosting IIT at 7. Then Thursday the 6th, a single baseball game under the lights at 6 p.m. against North Central College. So Thursday night, single game against the Cardinals. And, of course, all of this is weather permitting because, again, there's more rain in the forecast this week, but who knows. For now, next Saturday is open. We have an open date next Saturday, but that doesn't usually stay open for long because of rainouts and reschedules and things. But for now, nothing on the docket for Saturday, but we'll wait and see if that changes. First pitch, a ball to Haberkorn. Popped out to second as a hitter in the first inning. See what she does here. Again, BenU and softball tomorrow at Alverno for 2 at noon. So we'll have our baseball doubleheader on the air. We'll keep you up to date on how softball goes on the road tomorrow, as that one will be a little floater foul just out of reach, just beyond the fence there, past the first base dugout. And Haberkorn retreats. The senior from Westchester went to Nazareth Academy. Did Holly. And off the end of the bat towards right, coming on. Catch will be made by Strong. So Haberkorn flies out.
Now at bat number 22, Jenna Boyajian.
One down for Jenna Boyajian. Walked and scored last inning when 8 Eagles came around to bat. Again, the replay there, and without the cap, coming on making the play is Strong. And without the sunglasses or the cap for that matter. Now there are some white puffy clouds overhead now. But obviously mostly sunny, thank goodness. Boyajian gives that one a ride. Deep left center field, but the catch will be made. Just getting out of the warning track is Kruk, and she'll haul it in. So a hard hit, but a long out and 2 down for Abby Plutz. But Boyajian got one up in the zone, and she hit it hard. Boyajian, junior from Berwyn. She went to Morton High School. Now you've got Plutz. Fielder's choice and score in the first inning, or excuse me, her first time up. Plutz, freshman from Plainfield South. And right back to the pitcher. And the 1-3, and BenU, after again the 8 batters last inning, just get 3 here in the third. This game moves to the 4th, 2-0 Benedictine. Back after this. So back here for the 4th, during that little commercial spot there, you saw the basketball team there for a sec. Just a reminder that the final poll came out, and Benedictine men's basketball finished ranked number 23 in the country this year, which is actually a disappointment. I mean, it's still something to be proud of to end up in the top 25, but they were ranked 10th in the nation going into the NCAA tournament after finishing 2nd in the country a year ago. Enter this year's tournament ranked 10th, and you end up one and done in the NCAA tournament. They picked the wrong time to literally have their worst game of the season, which happened to be in the first round of the NCAA tournament, and they were one and done. But still ended up with enough respect there to get number 23 in the country. Still nothing to hang your head about, but they had much higher hopes than that. Bunt attempt, bang, bang play, and Boyajian guns her down. Stephanie Deanna tries to bunt her way on, but is retired on a very nice and very close play. Let's watch it there. And Graz with the good play. And 1 down for Sydney Getz. So it's 10 up, 10 down for Haberkorn. Just a bit low to Getz, who bounced out to short the DP first time around. Off the bat handle to the screen. Of course, they call them Concordia-Chicago now. Used to be Concordia River Forest, because technically it's River Forest, just outside the city limits. They're on Harlem, but slapper foul. Of course, they and Dominican, both in our league, and both a couple of blocks away from each other. You know, we're a little bit farther away from North Central College than they are from each other, Dominican and CUC. Now, we're both on the same street like they are, because Maple Avenue for BenU and North Central, but we're a little over a mile away from each other. They're just a couple of blocks. A little floater that's going to be a fair ball. So Getz will get their first hit of the day and a single just over the third base bag and just barely fair. So Getz is on for Michelle Alexander, who has a line to center so far. So first hit, first base runner comes in the fourth here for the Cougars. And that's the thing about the Eagles' 2-run lead. All it takes is the one base runner, and now you've got tying run at the plate, and it's the 3-hitter as well. So as much as Haberkorn has been cruising along now, it's a homer away from a tie game. And a shot to left field is going to be a base hit. So all of a sudden, back-to-back singles. And they've got a little something going with the 4-hitter now and Allison Kruk. Well, that's why BenU, when they left the bases loaded back in the second, it's one of those where you're hoping that doesn't come back to haunt them. Upstairs for a ball to Kruk, who's bounced out to short so far. And that one slapped foul, third base side out of play. Kruk is a junior, went to Elgin St. Ed's. Again, both these teams packed with Chicagoland area players, as you would imagine. Deep fly ball, right center field. Johnson will track it down, and she'll get it back in a hurry, so the runners have to hold. So a key out there, even though hit well by Kruk. It's now 2 out. The runners stay where they are, so 2 on, 2 out for Marita Van Dyke. Struck out the first time, but again, a dangerous hitter. They've got a few out-of-state players, the Cougars. Swing and a miss over the top of that one. Good drop up in the zone. Elizabeth Foxley is an outfielder, a freshman from Puyallup, Washington. Roller, that's going to be just barely foul, which was huge because it just got by Boyajian. If that was fair, that would have been serious trouble. As it is, just barely foul. They also have Missouri, Indiana, and so on, but Kulishevitz, their catcher from Greendale, Wisconsin. Off the end of the bat, one hopper, but Sabatka right there, and the Eagles are out of the jam. So a hard hit one hopper, but the Eagles make the play defensively. And back-to-back singles for CUC, but they strand those runners as we watch that one again. Hit hard, but actually 2 hopper technically. And the 4-3 put out does indeed retire the side. So bottom of 4 coming up. Benedictine hangs on to their 2-0 lead. Cougars do have a first baseman, Katie Sullivan from Plainfield South. Emily Owens, their catcher from Neuqua Valley in Naperville, just down the road a piece from here. Their pitcher, Julianne Nation, in game number 1 is a junior from Oswego. Nation back to work now here in the bottom of 4, and she'll face 7, 8, 9 for BenU. Malsak, Sabatka, and Moore due up. Mentioned baseball involved in Milwaukee against MSOE today. They're in the midst of game number 1 against the Raiders. Again, they've already had a solo home run from Tanner Kaiser as BenU. And they have a 2-0 lead in the 4th inning. They're in game 1 in baseball. And we'll have baseball doubleheader at 1 o'clock tomorrow here. So Melsack, fly to center. She was retired on a great play by Crook back in the second. Picking it up off the shoe top as that one bounces in. Breeze picking up from time to time. I'll be able to hear that in my microphone up top here of the football complex, looking down on the field. There always seems to be a wind tunnel up here. But the flag's moving a bit now as well. Down below. High and outside there to Melsack. Again, conference debut. Full slate of conference action all around the area today. So finally we get league games up and running. Strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Nation there. And finally, just a decent day to play. You know, sun or no sun, just you're not shivering and you're not dodging raindrops. Oh boy. He's in a generous outside corner all day, and that's another one. Pretty generous there. Well, that's actually Kelly Holstein at the plate. And that's going to be a line drive into the third baseman's mitt for an out. So Holstein hit it hard. I looked down, actually it wasn't 16, it was 18. And Holstein retired. But on a hard line drive. So one down for Brianna Sabatka. RBI single for her first time. Again, hit it hard. But Alexander made the play. Sabatka takes a drop on the inside corner at the knees for a strike. It's a big RBI base hit for Brianna in the second. And that one down and away. So we'll see if Holstein goes to play out in left field or if Melsack re-enters. Sabatka, junior from Chicago. She went to Resurrection High. There's a strike at the knees. 1-2. To the right side, but right at Deanna basically. And the 4-3 put out. 2 up and 2 down. Well, so Nation has settled down nicely. Again, she faced the 8 batters in the second as we watch that one again. But she got out of that inning with a fielder's choice and a bounce out. So now it's 7 in a row retired for her since BenU picked up a couple of runs. Emily Moore, the DP. Infield single for her back in the second. She'll likely catch game 2. Pitch inside for a ball. As Laffin and Moore have been the main catchers so far in 2017 as freshmen. Way high and outside for a ball. So 3-0 to Moore. And that one, the drop up in the zone didn't come down quite enough. So ball 4 to Moore. But on base twice, 1 on 2 dead for Cassie Johnson. walked with the bases loaded and has also bounced out to second in this one. So Moore at first, the freshman from Morris. As Johnson fouls that one off. Cassie Johnson, the senior from Tinley Park, went to Andrew High School. Runner goes, pitch up in the zone, the throw down will not be in time. So stolen base for Emily Moore. Well, BenU likes to run, as we've known here. That's no mystery. It doesn't really matter what the roster is. Coach Heidkamp will let him go. A little bit of a double clutch there, I think, behind the plate from Kulishevitz. Not sure it would have made any difference. But that is already the 38th steal for BenU. And it's actually the first for Emily Moore. That's her first steal, but it's 38 now for the team. Cougars have 28 of their own, so they've done a fair bit of running. And that's going to be a base hit to center. Runner will be sent. Should be close, but not in time. Runner takes second on the throw. RBI single, Cassie Johnson, and a 3-0 BenU lead. Well, that's why the steal's so important. They just created themselves a run. So the base hit by Johnson. Now Fritchie. Plus, with Johnson taking second on the throw home, he may be a base hit away from scoring. So Cassie comes up with a big hit. 3-run Eagle lead. Strike there down the middle. Fritchie, a couple of ground balls so far. She was out on a 1-3 in the first, had a fielder's choice in the second. Too far outside with that one. So I had just mentioned that it was 7 in a row retired by Nation, and then there's the walk, and now the hit by Johnson. And see what Fritchie does. Drills one, but foul to left. Got all of that. That actually tipped the post there that holds the netting. That far post on the left side, at the very top of it. 2 out, runner at second. And the 1-2 to Fritchie. A shot to short right, foul territory, long run, and it's going to go off the glove of Deanna. So just a harmless strike to Fritchie, but that was almost a spectacular play that would have retired the side. She got awfully close to it, just off the edge of the mitt, and just past the first base dugout, and just shy of the screen there, the fencing. But staying alive is Fritchie, and see what happens in this one, too. Ground ball left side's going to get through, and a rounding third will be sent. That throw home will not be in time, and again, batter takes second, and 4-0. So Fritchie comes through with the RBI single. So 4-0 Eagles, still a runner in scoring position. The 2 out for Graz now. As we see the throw, the attempt to cut it off was dropped, but it really would not have made any difference. Batter was still going to take second. Runner was still going to score. So runner at second, 2 out for Graz now, who already has an infield hit today and a bounce out to second. So ball 1 to Graz.
Thanks. I was waiting for my compliment.
And that's going to be a shot to left field, and that's going to get down for a hit. This throw to the plate, again, will not be in time. It's cut off. Throw back behind the runner to first will get away, and Graz will end up at second base anyway. So 5-0 as Courtney Graz comes up with the third straight RBI single for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 8, Holly Haberkorn.
So again, shot to left. Coming on is Pepper. Pepper's throw this time is a clean cutoff. But then again, a little double clutch there. And then the throw gets away, so have to call that an error. And now they have a little meeting in the circle to talk things over. So Alexander, the third baseman, was the cutoff on that. So she's going to get the error to allow Garaz to get to second. So 3 straight RBI singles, 5-0. And Haberkorn to the plate. And there's a chance, for yet another RBI single since you have a runner in scoring position here after the E5. Again, as a pitcher, Haberkorn has the 2-hit shutout going. As a hitter, she's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out. And takes ball 1. BenU likely to have Chitwood going as a pitcher in game 2 against Van Dyke, their ace. And a hard ground ball left side, and that's going to get through. Runner rounding third, and another run for BenU as Haberkorn comes through. And Graz crosses the plate.
Batting for the Eagles, number 22, Jenna Boyage.
Now it's Jenna Boyajian as we watch it again on replay. The dive just eludes the glove, and BenU has their 4th straight RBI single. So 6-0. Haberkorn lifted temporarily here for a pinch runner. That'll be Liz Jimenez who will run at first for Haberkorn. Because what they want to do with Boyajian coming to the plate is have Jimenez now try to steal second to get into scoring position for maybe a 5th straight RBI single. So Jimenez the runner as BenU, after they were retired in order in the 3rd, have had one heck of a 4th here so far. 4 runs in the frame to this point. Now Jimenez, only 1 steal so far. She's 1 for 2. There she goes, pitch in the dirt, and that one hit the pitcher. Wow, that even goes into center to where Jimenez will get up and go to 3rd. So this has not been the Cougars' inning. So an errant throw from Kulishevitz. And now BenU has a runner at 3rd. Boy, as always, the pitcher will crouch and the throw will go over the pitcher and get to second base. Well, that one didn't have enough height on it and deflected off of the pitcher. So give Jimenez the steal, and it would be an E2 to get her to 3rd. Well, she says she's fine, and it's going to be Boyajian now with a 1-1 count and a runner at 3rd and 2 out in the 6-0 lead. 6 runs on 7 hits, no errors for BenU. No runs, 2 hits, 3 errors right now for the Cougars as that one kind of got away. Change up rise. That Kulishevitz almost had to basically leap for. And that one knocked down at 3rd. The throw across will be in time to end the inning. So a hard hit, but it turns into an out. But Benedictine comes up with 4 straight RBI singles in this frame from Johnson, Fritchie, Graz, and Haberkorn. The top 4 in the order all get back-to-back-to-back singles there to drive in runs. So a walk started it. And then the 4 straight base hits with some steals involved as well. And 6-0 BenU after 4, 5th inning coming up. after this. So here at the BenU Sports Complex, looking down on the softball facility here. And it's all Benedictine in game one now, 6-0, thanks to this 4-run fourth. For top of the fifth, Concordia-Chicago will have Kulishevitz, Landon, and Pepper, 6, 7, 8 due up. I think it's number 8 there, Holly Haberkorn. Holly trying for her 8th win. Again, she's 7-2, came in with an ERA of 2.51, so that's going down so far. See if she can keep that going. By the way, in baseball game one, Benedictine's lead on MSOE, still 2-0, but now they're in the 5th inning of that one. High pop up on the left side of the infield. It'll be the catcher who calls for it, and Laffin will make the grab. So Kulishevitz, who was struck out, now pops out to the catcher. 1 down for Landon. Bounce to third for Landon the first time up. Well, again, trying to find that replacement for the 4-year star Kaylee Cable behind the plate. And Kaylee was one of the best defensive catchers I had ever seen, so that's encouraging. Nice catch. They're in foul territory from Laffin. Bouncer to second, and it took a little spin away from Sabatka, so she tried to reach out with her bare hand, but couldn't grab it cleanly, and that's going to be an infield hit. So again, a little spinner that kind of shot away from our second baseman. 1-on-1 out for Courtney Pepper. There's a pop out to second so far. High and outside with that one for a ball. As I said, your one chance to see BenU today until April the 15th. There's a roller that's going to get through. Well, they had back-to-back hits in the 4th and could not make anything out of it. Back-to-back base runners here in the 5th. See what they do. You've got the 9-hitter Megan Strong now up here for Concordia-Chicago. Struck out swinging her first time. And reached out to bunt that, bunts through it for a strike. Excuse me. I've got, again, Alverna tomorrow on the road. North Park, Edgewood, Rockford, Aurora, all on the road before they're home again on April the 15th against Wisconsin Lutheran. I'm not used to having a cough button. I could have used it there, and I was like, oh, yeah. Roller to third, go to third base and get the out there. So nice job to cut down the lead runner for out number 2 as Landon retired at third base. 2-on-2 out, go up to Stephanie Deanna. When I'm on my own with my normal stuff, there's no such thing as a cough button. I have one today with the guys from Sunrise, and I didn't use it. Nice heads-up play there. Nice job by Fritchie to get over and cover as well. Slapped that one foul left field side out of play. And we went picking up top here again. It's going to be much nicer in the sun down on the field than it is up here in the shade and in the wind. In the dirt. Nice job by Laffin to pick that one up and hold the runners where they are. Looking across the way at the Rice Center. Beyond center field. Volleyball just underway, and that's right back to Haberkorn. Looks in the glove and says, there it is. Big smile on her face. And the liner goes right into the mid, and therefore she's out of the jam. Well, back-to-back hits for them in the 4th. They come up empty. The same here in the 5th. Reached out, and there it is. Hey, how about that? So the 6-0 lead stays for BenU. Bottom of 5, it'll be Plutz, Melsack, and Sabatka. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Eagles. And volleyball against Lakeland, it's senior day inside the Rice Center for men's volleyball. They had a nice 4-set win last night that we broadcast.
Number 6, Courtney Pepper.
And against Lakeland in set 1, BenU has taken a 9-3 lead. Try to keep you up to date on them now that they're underway as well, just across the way. Of course, we say senior day. They literally have one senior for men's volleyball, so the senior day festivities took about 10 seconds. But again, a good young team for BenU. Well, it looks like they've got a new pitcher. That's going to be Courtney Pepper, who's going to come on and pitch now. So Pepper will pitch. This will be her 6th appearance. She's 1-2 with a 3.11 ERA, 18 innings, 24 hits, 10 strikeouts, 10 walks for Pepper. First batter will be Plutz that she will face. So Nation is out and Pepper is in. Now, Pepper was the left fielder. So I think they have a new left fielder in. That is not Nation. See if we can figure out who that is. In the meantime, it's Plutz who has fielder's choice, a run scored, and a bounce out to the pitcher. Outside for a ball. And the delivery. Off the end of the bat into the gap. That'll go all the way to the wall. This could be 3. Let's see. Nope, she's going to stand there with a double. Plutz with a double to start out the 5th inning. And now we see Coach Heidkamp. There she is. Now the winningest head softball coach in school history. Talking to the umpire, Malsack re-enters here. Again, Holstein had batted in this spot the last time. But Malsack back in her first at bat, she had a fly out to center. And that one down and in. So runner at second. Nobody out here in the 5th of a 6-0 BenU lead. And that one will just miss. Outside corner. They've only had 3 pitchers see any action so far for Concordia-Chicago. Again, Van Dyke, the ace, who's again the pitcher of the week this week. And that's going to be a base hit to center field. We'll see her in game 2. Runners at the corners and nobody out. And now Sabatka.
Now at bat number 17, Bree Sabatka.
So Sabatka with an RBI single and a bounce out to second. So Bree a chance to add to this lead now. A 9-hit Eagle day so far. Pulls it back, and it's going to be just a straight steal of second base for Malsack, as they did not bother to throw through, as Sabatka looked like she was going to bunt. As it is, it's now second and third. Base hit could score a couple. Up in the zone. Ball there. Moore, the DP, would be next. And smokes that one to right. Oh, but a nice catch. Matter of fact, to the point where we're not even going to send the runner from third. So Sabatka crushed that ball. Strong was able to reach up and grab it. I thought it might even sail over her head. But it's second and third, one out for Moore. Infield single, a walk, and a run scored so far for Moore. Well, again, a base hit could score a couple more. That's just the first out. High and outside for ball one. Cassie Johnson on deck. And that one will just catch the inside corner. Backed her away, but ends up as a strike. Again, took a while to get the sign from the dugout. That's why Moore had stepped out. Now we're ready. And that one again. A generous outside corner. Continues to be. It's 1-2. And too high with that one. So 2-2. Well, 8 Eagles batted in the second, and then 8 more in the fourth. Not too far outside that time. Trying for that outside corner. And a full count, 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Nice drop on the inside corner. And a huge strikeout there for Pepper. So 2 down for Cassie Johnson. Cassie's been busy today. She walked to drive in a run in the second. An RBI single and the run scored in the fourth. And down and away for ball one there. I think that's Elizabeth Foxley is the one who came out in place of Pepper in left field for Concordia-Chicago. And a shot to center, but coming on, the catch will be made by Kruk to retire the side. So BenU, there was a chance for a big inning. You had 2 on, nobody out. But then Pepper settles down, retires 3 in a row. So we will move along now to the 6th inning, where Haberkorn will try to keep that shutout going. Right now, though, 6-0, BenU lead. So top of 6, which will be 2, 3, 4 due up for Concordia-Chicago. That's Getz, Alexander, and Kruk against Haberkorn. Again, it's 6-9-1 for BenU. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. On the Cougars side, it's no runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for them. Now, I actually have them for 4 hits. I think they had back-to-back hits in the 4th and back-to-back hits in the 5th, but the scoreboard shows 3 hits for BenU and an error. I don't think that one of those last inning was an error. But officially, they have that. Apparently, that was Landon. I had it for the infield single. They put that as an error. I don't know about that. I mean, if that's an error on Sabatka, that's a tough error. I mean, the ball hit and spun away from her. And she reached out with her bare hand to try to grab it and couldn't. That's a bad hop single to me. Wow, that's a tough scoring error. Man. And they've got a pinch hitter here instead of Getz. And that one will be high and outside for a ball. That's 20. That's Emily Owens. She's a senior catcher at 250, just one for four so far on the campaign, and lifts that one foul out of play. So that's Owens at the plate for the Cougars. Again, the usual good control for Haberkorn. Doesn't usually strike out a ton. She has K'd 3, has not walked anybody, and now K's number 4. So one down for Michelle Alexander. She has lined to center and singled 1 for 2. But again, I still can't believe they gave Sabatka an error on that one. Pitch inside. I'm guessing that coach will, once she sees that, have that one changed. Again, 2 runs in the second, 4 in the fourth for Benedictine. Trying to go to obviously 1-0 in conference play. And trying to go to 10-5 overall. If you look at the non-conference records of teams in our league, there's a high fly ball to center. Plenty of time for Johnson to camp under it. 2 up and 2 down for Allison Kruk now.
Now at bat number 10, Allison Kruk.
The best overall number of wins is Dominican at 15-3. Then Marion 12-2. Concordia, Wisconsin 11-5. Those are the most wins in non-conference heading into today. And Aurora, BenU, MSOE all entered today at 9-5. And Concordia-Chicago's 9-6. Alverno and Lakeland 6-8. Wisconsin Lutheran 3-9. Rockford 3-11, and Edgewood at 2-12. So Kruk will get on. So first walk for Haberkorn. And Marita Van Dyke, who has struck out and bounced out. And that one, a little spinner that actually hit the foot of the batter. So that's a foul ball. So that volleyball going on in the gym across the way. As that one ripped foul down the left field line. Last update was 19-15. BenU leading Lakeland in that first set. See if we can refresh and get an update. And a fly ball to right center, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Runner rounding third will score, and that'll be an RBI double for Van Dyke. And the shutout goes by the boards. So walk and a double, and a run for CUC. So 6-1. And the coach for Concordia-Chicago, Sarah O'Malley-Fisher, talking to the umpire and saying that Melissa Balkema will come in to hit, a sophomore infielder, at 444. She came in 20 of 45. 6 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 6 driven in. As we watch that run across the plate for the Cougars to get them on the board in the 6-1 game. So Balkema is in. takes a strike on the inside corner. And the Benedictine sixth. It'll be 2-3-4, Fritchie, Graz, and Haberkorn, barring any pinch hitters. And that one off the fist will go to third, and it'll be caught by Boyajian, and the inning and the threat is over. So they get the pinch hitter and they get the pop out, however, and we'll move along bottom of 6 as we watch that final out. He'll spin it right to the bag, and Boyajian will haul that one in. So 6-1 Eagles. And they're going to put Pepper back to work there in the circle here for the 6th. Well, my live stats seem to be stuck on that 19-15 lead for BenU in the first set inside in men's volleyball. Either that or it's the longest timeout ever. But I'm guessing that the live stats are stuck, at least on my screen anyway. Meanwhile, baseball, as we said, going on today. On the road at MSOE. We've already had a home run from Tanner Kaiser. But that game now a little bit closer. 6th inning of a 2-1 now. BenU lead on MSOE. Frank Grieco pitching well so far for BenU. And it will be Fritchie. We'll take a ball. RBI single in the 4th. Ground out and fielder's choice other than that. Did a nice job coming back on the inside part of the plate. So 1-1. Oh, up and in there. 2-1 the count. Fritchie, the senior from Lake Park High School. And there's a fly ball center field. Drifting over, the catch made by Kruk, and there's one away. One down for Courtney Graz. 2 for 3 day for her.
Now at bat number 19.
Couple of singles, a bounce out, RBI, and a run scored. As we watch the replay there. Shields her eyes with her hand and made the grab. That drop will be just a bit low. To Graz. And just a junior. So that'll miss upstairs. Wall just apparently caught that outside corner again. I don't know about that. He's been consistent, I'll give him that. Again, 54 degrees right now. With some sun, that pitch in the dirt. So 3-1. That one will catch the knees. And baseball tomorrow here at 1. Tomorrow's supposed to be cloudy, but 56, and they're not talking about any rain, so at least not till later anymore tomorrow. Off the bat handle, and that's going to be a spinner foul for space side by the dugout. So the 3-2 here to Graz. Again, looks into the dugout, gets the sign. And she's got the signs on her armband to figure out what the call is. There's a roller to third, and the play across the diamond in time. And it's 2 up and 2 down for Holly Haberkorn. So Alexander makes the play.
Now batting for the Eagles.
Of course, I'll read this. This will just make me hungry, but Glenmark is Chicago's hometown burger. They're proud to be a part of Chicago and a proud partner with BenU Eagle Athletics, as we watch that one again. Founded and made in Chicagoland for over 40 years, Glenmark Burgers, high quality, 100% beef burgers. They go from your freezer to table in under 10 minutes, so look for Glenmark Burgers at Jewel, Tony's, Ultra, Fairplay, Waltz, Walmart, Target. Glenmark, Chicago's hometown burger. And a proud partner of BenU. Haberkorn, RBI single, a pop out and a fly out, and that's going to be in foul territory and tracked down by Landon in foul territory to retire the side. So Benedictine goes down in order in the 6th. So 7th inning coming up. That's the last chance at bat here for the Cougars. And your Benedictine Eagles have a 5-run lead to work with. We'll come back for that 7th right after this. Well, 7-8-9 for the Cougars against Haberkorn. Trying for another complete game victory. Again, this would be her 8th win, and it would be her 9th complete game. So Holly going to work here. And with the graduation of Melissa Gouger, no question that Holly became the #1 pitcher on this staff.
Now batting for the Cougars, number 19, Katie Sullivan.
But they were a pretty formidable 1-2 punch a year ago, to say the least. But we'll have Emily Chitwood likely in game 2 today. Instead of Landon, they're going to use a pinch hitter. It'll be Katie Sullivan, a junior first baseman. It comes in at 222. No extra base hits, but does have 4 runs driven in. So Sullivan for Landon, who was 1 for 2, had an infield hit and a bounce out to third. And there's a strike on the outside corner. So Haberkorn with a 4-hitter going, as that's a roller foul of third. Although I still think it should be a 5-hitter. I still think that was a really tough error to give Bree Sabatka there. On a ball that hit a divot and kind of spun away from her, but oh well. Slicer foul, first base side. Goes up on the concourse and rolls to the seats by the baseball field. And there's a fly ball to left. Coming on, catch will be made. So Malsack makes the grab, the fly out, and Pepper will bat.
Now at bat number 6, Courtney Pepper.
Pop out in a single for her so far, as we watch that play again. And here's a pop up, foul territory, third base side by the dugout, and a nice basket catch made by Boyajian. So quickly 2 down, and quickly down to their final at bat here is Concordia-Chicago. Well, that's a pretty cool little camera angle on that one. It was going to be tough to look through the roof of the third base dugout for where I am up here. Well, the camera angle helped see that one. 2 down, strong, and a cut and a miss there. Strikeout on a fielder's choice for Megan so far today. And that'll just miss the outside corner at the knees. So Eagles about to go to 1-0 in conference, but we take about a half-hour break in between games and then come back for game number 2 as there's a roller to second. And there he goes, the 4-3 put out, and that takes care of the ball game. So Benedictine wins the first one by a tally of 6-1. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for BenU. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors, officially for now, for Concordia-Chicago. So with the win, Haberkorn goes to 8-2 on the campaign. Did a really nice job as she ends up with 4 strikeouts in the day. I think 4 was the final tally. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk for her as BenU takes game 1. Now again, offensively, you had 8 batters in the second and 8 in the fourth, and those 2 key frames were the story here today. An RBI single by Sabatka and an RBI walk for Johnson in the second. And then 4 straight RBI singles for the Eagles in the fourth from Johnson, Fritchie, Graz, and Haberkorn for their 6 runs on the day. So Julianne Nation will suffer the loss. She will drop to 2-3 on the season, but pretty impressive performance by Pepper in relief the last couple of innings there. But BenU gets the victory. So, as I said, we'll step aside for about a half an hour. And we will come back just after then, 2 o'clock. I would say 2:05, somewhere in there is when we will bring game 2 to you of this doubleheader. So we'll shut things down. And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to Benedictine University. I'm Mark Vasco. It's game 2 of your doubleheader for Benedictine taking on Concordia-Chicago. BenU won the first one 6-1, and game 2 just about set to go. Melissa Balkema at the plate. Emily Chitwood in the circle, and BenU has the first pitch, which will be a rise ball strike on the outside corner, and we are underway in the second contest. So, BenU, after winning game 1, 10-5, 1-0 in the league. As that drop will miss just a bit low. And that means for Concordia-Chicago, 9-7 overall, 0-1 in conference play. Chop foul at the plate. Balcom was a pinch hitter late in game 1. And she comes in here today with the amazing .444 batting average. 45 at-bats coming into today with the 20 hits, 6 doubles, a triple, a homer, 6 driven in. So did not start the first one. Starts here in game number 2. So Holly Haberkorn was the winner in game 1. Emily Chitwood here in game 2, and that one will miss just a bit low. Chitwood 1-2 with a .519 earned run average. Roller, that's going to be a base hit. Frishy dives, but just able to get a bit of a glove on. So it'll be a leadoff singer for Baltimore, and they are underway with a runner on. Next up, Stephanie Deanna. Stephanie Deanna was the leadoff hitter in the first game. Here to .392 coming into today with 4 driven in. And she bunts that one foul, trying to bunt her way on. So Deanna at the plate. As the Cougars trying to get something going. Again, they've got their ace going in game 2 here today. Marita Van Dyke, the current pitcher of the week in this league. So they like this pitching matchup. And they'd like to get on the board first and try to work their way into a split. A ground ball. Nicely done, Sabatka to Graz for the out. And that was not an easy play at all defensively on the 4-3 put out. But good play. And the runner at second works kind of as a bunt by advancing the runner, but again, very nice by Sabatka with a little shovel over there to Graz. 1 on, 1 out. And the 3-hitter will take a strike at the knees. And that is Michelle Alexander coming into today at 317, 4 doubles and 13 driven in. Again, I'm Mark Vasco. Glad to be here today for both of these games of this doubleheader, and the guys from Sunrise Communications here today as well. So that's why we've got the multiple cameras and the replays and things. Very nice to have them on board on a very nice day. Some sunshine, mid-50s today. Finally, some decent playing conditions. Roller up the middle is going to be a base hit. Run rounding third will be sent. Cassie Johnson's throw will not be in time. Throw back to second, not in time. And 1-0 Concordia-Chicago. So RBI single by Alexander. Balcoma scores, and Cougars are on the board. Let's watch it again. Again, just the rolling single up the gut, and Johnson came up firing, but it was not in time. Now a bunt is a beauty. Tough play. Matter of fact, that's going to be a base hit. So the bunt single, and just like that, they keep it rolling. So Allison Kruk, beautifully done with the bunt single. Didn't even give me a chance to say that Kruk came into today at 333 with a homer and 12 driven in. So now you've got throw to second base, not in time on the steal. And Cougars really have something cooking early. Second and third, only 1 out after the bunts, single and steal. And a chance to add their lead and maybe have a big inning here. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed drop there for a strike. Facing Marita Van Dyke, 349 hitter, a homer and 7 driven in. Again, she'll be pitching in this one after she played first in the first game. And a roller foul of third base. Same outfield for BenU as they had in game 1. You've got Malsack in left, Johnson in center. And the delivery. Shot deep to left field, but foul. Gave it a big ride. Plutz in right. I was trying to say. And basically it's the same infield as well. You've got Boyajian at third. Fritchie at short, Sabatka at second, Graz at first, but have a different catcher for BenU in game 2. It'll be Emily Moore catching. Fly ball deep to right and just foul. So Plutz gave it a long run and it lands just out of reach, but just foul for the long strike. So the only change for game 2 for Benedictine is the battery then. So Chitwood pitching and Moore catching. Everything else stays the same. Van Dyke lifts that one to left. That'll drop in there for a hit. Run will come in. The throw home will bounce away, and the batter takes second. So Van Dyke with an RBI single.
Now ready for the Cougars, number 6, Courtney.
And it's a 2-0 Concordia-Chicago lead. But watch it again. Van Dyke just kind of lofts that one up there into short left and drops fair. Now the throw probably should not have gone home there. Probably should have gone middle of the diamond, because even if it's caught cleanly by Moore, batter's still going to take second. You were not going to get the batter at the plate. One attempt, and that's a foul ball. So just a strike. Megan Strong. Excuse me, that's Courtney Pepper, not Strong. Number 6, not number 5. So Courtney Pepper, the batter. And that one a strike. Inside corner at the knees. Pepper came into today. And 3:33. And a fly ball left center field. Johnson over will make the grab. Runner will tag and score. And they get their third run of this first inning on the Pepper RBI. Sac fly to center field.
Now I'm at number 19.
So it's out number 2 as we watch it again. Again, Johnson, you see her coming in and over. Good jump over there from third, so no chance to get the runner. And a 3-0 Cougar lead as they try for the split, and they're off to a great start. Plus, they have their ace going in the pitching circle. Ground ball to third. Side will be retired as Katie Sullivan getting a start in this game. She came on as a pinch hitter late in game 1. Grounds out here to end the first inning, but a big first inning for Concordia-Chicago. Bottom of 1 coming up. And it's now a 3-0 Cougars advantage as BenU will have to get something going in a hurry against the ace of the Cougars. And that's going to be easier said than done. Rita Van Dyke coming in with a 6-2 record. ERA of 2.92. 50 1/3 innings, 49 hits, 34 strikeouts to 26 walks. But again, 6 wins, 6 complete games. And we will see how she does here against a potent Benedictine offense, but they will have a lot of work to do here already. Down 3. Benedictine won the first game 6-1. But finding themselves behind here early. Here in game number 2. Mentioned volleyball going on inside. In the right center. Senior Day, the last home men's volleyball game of the season. Taking on Lakeland, and the Benedictine men trying for a sweep because they take the first 2 sets, 25-18 and 25-23. So Benedictine leads 2-0. Of course, Senior Day, their only senior is Jeremy Villarreal, but nevertheless, Elijah Medlock already has 12 kills in that match, so I'll keep you posted on that as we go along. All right, so Cassie Johnson will get it started for BenU. Came into today at 333 on the season. With 9 driven in, does have 1 home run. And the 2-0 pitch is inside, and it becomes 3-0. Again, you can see the pitcher look at the armband. They get the signs from the dugout. It's going to be high for ball 4, so we get a leadoff walk. And a good chance for Benedictine now to see if they can get something going here. Shannon Fritchie will come to the plate now. Fritchie at 283 with a homer and 5 driven in. Of course, anytime the Eagles get a base runner, good chance to look for a steal. Does not go on that first pitch, though, and it's a strike to Fritchie. Now, baseball going on at MSOE today for the Eagles. A pitch inside for a ball. And right now, Benedictine leading in the bottom of the ninth over MSOE 6-1 in game one. So BenU trying to get a conference win. Tanner Kaiser got a home run early. Kerr had a sac fly. Then Eric Callahan had a 2-run home run in that game. Bouncer to third, throw across in time for the out. Fritchie is retired, but Johnson goes to second on the play. And then Dom D'Amico with a home run. So Benedictine has had 3 home runs today in game one against MSOE so far in baseball. As we watch that one again. And the play across the diamond. So runner at second, 1 down. And Courtney Graz now. And high for a ball. Well, BenU, you don't need to get them all back right now, but you certainly would like to get 1 back right here in the first. Especially when you get the leadoff runner on. And again, against Van Dyke, you're not sure how many chances you'll get. Pitch inside for a ball. Graz with the full face mask there, which is not a bad idea, because that ball can come back in a hurry. Here's the 1-1. It's a roller to the circle, and the play will be made. Now the runner goes to third, but Graz will ground out. Graz came in at 357. 2 homers, 12 driven in, but is retired there. Now Holly Haberkorn. Is usually the DP when she does not pitch. To keep that bat in the lineup in the 4 spot. Haberkorn came into today at 391. A homer and 11 driven in. Drop is in there for a strike. As a team, BenU came in with 5 home runs, 4 homers for the Cougars coming in. Nobody homered in game one today. Roller foul. Some strike to Holly. So a 3-run Cougar lead early as they try for a split. Roller towards second. Dropped, and that'll cost her. So BenU gets a run as the E4 there means Haberkorn can reach safely. Johnson will score, and it's a 3-1 ball game. As we'll watch it again. A couple of steps over, got there, got the glove down, but still on the bobble, could not make the play. So the E4 means a runner on, 2 out, a run in, and Jenna Boyajian. Now they're going to have a courtesy runner. That's what we waited for. Emily Chitwood. Basically, in a sense, she's the one that's being hit for, so she's going to run. It's more of a, I guess you can say courtesy runner, but not really in a sense. Pitches downstairs. She'll go, and she'll be safe at second base. Now the shortstop there, Balkema, couldn't field that one cleanly. And so Haberkorn's runner, Chitwood, ends up with the steal. So now a base hit away, maybe from another run, and it's a roller to short. Oh, nice pickup by Balkema, and she makes the play. Boy, had the runner right in front of her to kind of shield her view, but still ends up making the play. But Benedictine gets on the board, so a busy first inning. But after one, it is 3-1 Cougars out in front. We'll come back for the second after this. as I'm in mid-chew. 8-9-1 for the Cougars here in the second against Chitwood. And first pitch will be ripped foul down the third base side. Sidney Getz at the plate here for the Cougars. Getz came into today at 250, a homer and 7 driven in against Chitwood. And a high fly ball, deep left center. That's trouble, and that's going to go just shy of the track. And that'll be a base hit for Getz. Now, for BenU, you're kind of fortunate that the grass is still wet from all the rain that we had, because normally that ball would hit and maybe skitter to the wall, but as we watch it here, it hit and kind of stuck. Look at that. It took like one hop and just basically died. And that held that to a single. If that goes to the wall, that's probably a 2-base hit. As it is, it's a single for Getz. And they get the run around against Chitwood here. But attempt will be foul. So just a strike. Here to Megan Strong, sophomore at 282. 3 ribbies coming into today. We got some food between games, but of course it didn't get delivered till 1 minute before first pitch of game 2, so I'm going to try to wolf it down between innings. Bunt attempt foul again for Strong. So she'll go back to the plate. A couple of strikes to the 9-hitter Strong, so that means Malcolm on deck for them. So already 5 hits for Concordia-Chicago, more than all they had in game 1 against Haberkorn already here. Just early in the second inning against Chitwood. And that one high for a ball. And 1-2. Now Nicole Parney, the other pitcher so far that has seen action for Benedictine, and she did a really nice job out of the pen in game 2 against Wheaton on Thursday. 2-2 the count here against Strong. And I would imagine we'll see Parney here at some point in this game. Swing and a miss. She tried to golf that, and that'll be the strikeout. First base occupied, so no need to throw. So runner on, a runner out, go back up to Balcoma. Singleton scored already in the first. She's a sophomore from St. John, Indiana. Went to Hanover Central. And much as that one drop in there for a strike and a beauty. And that'll be a strike on the inside corner. There's a couple of strikes to Balcoma. Pitched down in the dirt. We're at the sports complex. We actually had some sort of a football game going on behind us here for a while. I'm trying to figure out what it was. We'll just miss. Again, in the game 1, that was a strike, but not here in game 2. I think it was some kind of a semi-pro team having a scrimmage. Is what it looked like. And pitch in the dirt. So full count 3-2 now to the Cougars leadoff hitter. And that'll go to the screen. So ball 4. So Balcom's been on twice. Single and now a walk. 2 on, 1 out for the 2-hitter Deanna, who has bounced out to second. Of course, Chitwood, 2 sports star here, volleyball and softball for BenU. And a roller to second. Get the out there. Now it does advance both of the runners to second and third. But Jenna bounced out. 2 away for Alexander. We'll see if Chitwood can get out of this. Alexander, though, with an RBI single back in the first. And takes that one a bit up in the zone for ball 1. Chitwood, the junior from Whiteheath, Illinois. Monticello High School, little floater here, and it just out of reach but foul. Bree Sabatka with a long run, but couldn't quite get there, but thankfully for BenU, just foul as well. So the strike there to Alexander, the 3-hitter. Jen came in with a team best 13 RBIs, and she had also drawn a team best 12 walks coming in. So her on base was 472 coming into today for Concordia-Chicago. And 2 on the count to her now. So very impressive. Nobody on the Benedictine squad has walked even more than 6 times. And she had 12 walks herself. They had 48 walks as a team coming into today. BenU only 31. And a shot to right center field. That's going to get down. That'll drive in. Some more damage here. So Getz will score. Balcamo will score. Alexander drives in 2 with a double. And it becomes a 5-1 ball game. Boy, wait on that one nicely. Didn't overswing, just met it and hit it in the gap. And now it's Kruk. So 5 runs early for Concordia-Chicago. Well, we talked about their offense in game 1. And Benedictine scoring 78 runs coming in, but impressive as that is, Concordia-Chicago 82. Team batting average for BenU 311. 292 for the Cougars, or certainly in that same ballpark. On base for BenU 356. The on base for the Cougars was 388 because of the extra walks, etc. And 3-1 here to Kruk, who already has a base hit. Swings through that one, though. And a full count 3-2. Well, Benedictine's offense will have a lot of work to do against a really good pitcher in Van Dyke. And a strike there. So a big called third for Chitwood to get out of that. updates on the other games at the moment. All right, so BenU to work here in the second. And that pitch will be a strike on the inside corner to Plutz, right fielder. Came into today at 350. Not bad for a freshman. 4 driven in. Not bad for anybody. And a roller to the right side. And the play made, and there's one down.
Now at bat number 16, Angie Malsack.
So Angie Malsack now, the left fielder. Malsack came into today. 244 with a triple, a couple driven in. Takes ball 1. And we're back tomorrow, 1 o'clock, for a baseball doubleheader broadcast here. Guys from Sunrise will be back as well, and that's going to be a little spinner to the right side. It'll land, spin some more, and then Malsack will beat it out. Now, the throw got away, but matter of fact, it's going to be out of play, so she'll be given second base. So she'll take second. And it'll be Bree Sabatka now. But has a runner in scoring position. So they're going to say an error. Swing and a miss. I thought maybe that would be a single and an error, because I think she was going to beat that out anyway. I would say single and then an error to get her to second when the throw, went out of play. But on the board, well, yeah, matter of fact, that's just what they've done now. So they changed it to 1 and 1. So single and an error. So runner at second, 1 out, Sabatka. And a big RBI single in game 1, and that'll just miss. She came into today at 333, but that's 2 out of 6. But earned a starting spot today in both games. And has done nothing to give that back so far. And it's 2-2. Foul tip, and we'll do it again. And mentioned it in the first game. We've got the 1 o'clock baseball doubleheader tomorrow against Lakeland. And take a couple days off, and then Wednesday of next week, it's women's lacrosse versus IIT at 7. That'll be a little slapper that will be caught. Foul territory over at third for out number 2. Runner has to hold.
Now at bat number 12, Emily Moore.
So 2 down. For the catcher, Emily Moore. .259 coming in with 8 RBIs. Couple of doubles into today. And a swing and a miss there. So lacrosse on Wednesday, and then baseball, a single game under the lights at night Thursday at 6 p.m. against North Central. And that's it for now. Nothing on the docket for Friday or Saturday of next week to this point, but with, rainouts and reschedules and whatever, that could change. But as always, BenUEagles.com, you can check it out every day to see what's what. Roller to third, the throw across will be in time. So get the base runner, but can't bring that runner around. So as BenU took game 1 6-1, they've got a lot of work to do here in game 2 as we watch that play again. We go to the third of game 2, and BenU now trails by a tally of 5-1. Back in a minute.
Cougars, number 33, Marita Van Dyke.
So top of three. Van Dyke, Pepper, and Sullivan due up against Chitwood here in the third.
I didn't know he was kind of like yelling at me like, "Don't want more."
There's a strike on the inside corner. Van Dyke an RBI single in the first. Pop foul first base side, and that'll land on the roof for the first base dugout. Van Dyke, sophomore is all, from Brownsburg, Indiana. Fly ball to right, drifting towards the line, coming over, and Plutz will make the grab. And one down, and one you can tell, still trying to step gingerly. That's still, you can even see dark spots out there. That's going to take a full day today of this sun and wind to dry this grass out after all the rain we've had. I mean, today's the first real sun we've seen in a week. Roller to short. And Fritchie, one pitch and one out as Pepper is retired. Sack fly for her in the first, a roll out here. So two quick outs and now Sullivan. As we watch that again. So she'll settle in here. And Chitwood delivers, and that one fouled back for a strike. So for the moment, BenU outscored 5-1 and out hit 6-1 here in game two. Chop foul at the plate. Left field, and coming over, catch is made. So Malsack will track that down. Well hit, but three quick outs for Chitwood. And BenU coming to work in the bottom of the third. Still down by 4, so the offense has some work to do. Now, let's see. My tablet has been giving me issues here. I haven't been able to update our volleyball or our baseball. What happens if I try to update the conference website, see how we've got any finals of other game ones around the area? Yes, we do. Edgewood trounced Lakeland by an 8-0 score. And then you had Aurora rip Alverno 9-1 in game one of their twin bill. MSOE beat Marion 5-1. By the way, in game two of their twin bill, Aurora already leading Alverno 12-3. So Aurora on their way to a doubleheader sweep today. And you've got Marion leading MSOE 1-0 in the fourth of their second game today. So those are the scores so far, softball-wise, throughout the league. So BenU, on top of the order, Cassie Johnson here against Van Dyke. And that pitch outside for a ball. And that'll be up in the zone. Well, that baseball game must have been final. They never put a final up on the MSOE website, but they're no longer streaming, and it says 6-1, bottom of 9, and it's been that way for about a half an hour. So I'm assuming that BenU won their first baseball game at MSOE by a tally of 6-1. but they did so with 3 home runs. Kaiser, Callahan, and D'Amico, all with home runs for baseball today up in Milwaukee. Johnson has walked and scored already in this one. And has a 3-1 count right now. There's a strike on the outside corner. Pretty good pitch there. And again, look into the dugout for the sign. And right back to the pitcher. And Johnson is retired on the 1-3. So now Shannon Fritchie, who has bounced to third, as we watch that one up right back to the pitcher. And a bit too high for that one. Ball 1. Fritchie on base of .365. She's got a team best 9 steals as well coming into today. Well, the flags, for the moment, not doing much, which has made it a little more pleasant here. High pop up right side. And the grab will be made. And 2 down. So well played there from Stephanie Deanna. 2 down for Graz. As you can see, Fritchie throw that bat down in disgust like, I hate when I hit pop-ups to the infield. And Graz will take a strike. Courtney has also bounced out to the pitcher so far in this one. And she came on with a .357 average and her .440 on base. One of the best in the team.
Stat, LTH, and RVP.
So 1-1 the count. Bases empty, 2 out. Bottom of 3. BenU down 5-1. And they almost hit her there. She hopped out of the way of that one. I will say, Van Dyke has had quite a few long counts in this already. And that one will be a strike on the outside corner. So 2-2.
What are you trying to put up there?
Ripped that one foul of third.
That's not part of this pitch, that's part of the other.
And Sarah O'Malley Fisher, the head coach of the Cougars, Kate Heidkamp for Benedictine. And a check swing foul first base side for the strike. And she checks that cheat sheet. And that one all the way to the screen. Talked a little bit about it on Thursday. Kate Heidkamp, our coach. Again, now she's the all-time winningest coach in school history, but she was part of the 1993 softball team here. That was the best team in school history. Roller to the pitcher, who knocks it down, picks it up, throws, and the side is retired. We'll have more on that when we come back, but that's now been 5 in a row retired by Van Dyke. So we've come through 3 complete innings. It's 5-1. Concordia-Chicago as they play for a sweep. And again, we'll come back in a minute. So top of 4. It's 8-9-1. Getz, Strong, and Balcomadu up against Chitwood. And that's going to be a base hit through the left side. Getz, 2 for 2 in this game, 2 singles. Now, Chitwood had retired 4 in a row, but Getz now with the single. Good quick stroke and knocks it between third and short. And now it's Strong to the plate. Bunt attempt, and that'll be foul. Going to throw it through, but doesn't make any difference. Just a foul ball. Belkema on deck for them. Just talking about our coach, Kate Heidkamp. When she was here as a player, she was Kate Enix, and part of that 1993 team. It's the best softball team in school history. Of course, last year, we were 1 win away from the World Series, made it to the Sweet 16. Pop foul out of play. But that 93 team played in the national semifinals, got all the way to the Final Four, and finished 3rd place in the country. And Coach Heidkamp was the ace of that team pitching-wise. Line drive to short, and that's going to be a double play. Line drive right to Fritchie. Threw it across, and the quick twin kills, what I was trying to say. Let's watch it again. The slapper right to Fritchie, and no chance. Runner at first hung out to dry. So base is empty, 2 dead for Balcoma. On base twice already in this game with a single and a walk and 2 runs scored. But Enix, a career earned run average of 0.73 in her 4 years at BenU, which, by the way, is 8th all-time in Division III history. And she was 80-13 as a pitcher here. Roller deep short. Fritchie up with that and guns her down. Couple of good plays by Fritchie to retire the side. So bottom of 4 coming up with that 5-1 Cougar lead. But, yeah, Kate Enix, as we watch that one more time. Couple of good plays in this inning by Fritchie at short. But Enix, 80-13. That's a winning percentage of 86%. That's 18th best in Division III history. And she had 41 shutouts in her 4-year career here. That's 14th all-time in Division III history. So needless to say, she's in our Athletic Hall of Fame. And now, she's the winningest coach of all time in school history, surpassing her own coach, Deb DiMatteo. But that 93 team that finished 3rd in the country featured 3 All-Americans, and they had, matter of fact, that total team had 10 All-American nods and 14 All-Region nods. That roster from top to bottom, in their careers, they earned 10 different All-American nominations. That's pretty good. And they were the top-ranked team in the Midwest region for pretty much that whole year. And again, all over the D3 record books. So, yeah, so Kate Heidkamp, back then, Kate Enix, who was one of the best D3 pitchers ever. And our winningest coach ever is Holly Haberkorn. Leads off the bottom of the 4th and fouls it off. Holly reached in an error the first time around. That one ripped foul of third.
Talking about it.
5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Cougars. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors right now for BenU. That one downstairs for a ball.
The president?
And a foul out of play, first base side. All right, Haberkorn ready. And that one fouled to the screen. And the other interesting thing is if you notice, I've talked about how the pitcher, has that armband with the signals on it for the pitch calls that come from the dugout. Chop. Oh, she swung over the top of it. Thought she might have made contact, did not. So Haberkorn strikes out. One down for Boyajian. But everybody in the infield has that same armband, which I think is really interesting. So they can all look to the dugout to see what pitch is coming. Pitch inside for a ball, which certainly can be a value if you know that's going to be an off speed or something. That might affect where you position yourself or whether or not you're going to be ready thinking it's going to come your way, that kind of thing. So interesting that they can all sort of look into the dugout and know what kind of a pitch to expect. Swing and a miss. Chased a rise ball up in the zone, outside part of the plate there. And that one downstairs. And a line shot right into the pitcher's glove. Oh, my goodness. If you're Boyajian, you cannot hit that any harder. Man. Well, that's why she's got the mask on, because it comes back in a hurry, but that one went right into her mitt. She barely, that's just astonishing. I'm not even sure she moved the glove. She just opened it. Wow. And it just happened to go right in it. That's amazing. By the way, men's volleyball did win over Lakeland in 3 straight. So congratulations to them. Our men's volleyball wins in a sweep over Lakeland today to go 10-7 in conference play. 11-11 on the year. So they beat Lakeland in 3. Boy, Elijah Medlock was outstanding last night, and then he comes back with 22 more kills today. Malik with 9. Foul to the screen. And Malik had 4 blocks as well. Marcus Reamer with 40 assists and 14 digs. Well, here's how good Medlock was. 22 kills, and he had 14 digs. That's a pretty busy day. As BenU got the win in men's volleyball across the way here today. 1-2 to Plutz with the bases empty, 2 out in the 4th. BenU still down by a 5-1 score. But this is a good Concordia-Chicago team. Again, they were picked 6th in the preseason poll, but they are definitely a better team than that. When I saw that they were picked 6th, I would not be surprised. We're talking about Aurora and BenU's, 1 and 2, everybody thinking. Well, this team's going to be in the hunt. I don't think there's any question about it. The offense that they have, and obviously some pretty good pitching as well, as that one fouled out of play from Plutz, who has bounced out to 2nd so far in this one. But yeah, that just one more note about that 93 softball team for BenU, the team that finished 3rd in the country, that our coach was the mainstay of. And they had 3 All-Americans that year, as that's going to be strike 3 for Plutz. The other 2, besides our coach Kate, was the first baseman Jenny Madden and the other pitcher Mary Torgerson, who had twin brothers on the baseball team at the same time as well, by the way. But that was one heck of a team. All right, so we are through 4 here of a 5-1 Concordia-Chicago lead. We'll come back for the 5th in a minute. And just like that, one pitch in, and a base hit. Stephanie Deanna rolls one up the middle and gets a base hit. So first pitch of the 5th. And the 2-hitter Deanna gets on. She's 1 for 3. Couple of ground outs, and now that's single. That brings up Alexander. The 3-hitter, who has a 2-run double and a base hit. Punts one up in the air, and a catch is made. Nicely done by Moore to track that one down. So a key one out there. So Alexander, 2 hits and 3 ribbies, but she
and a base hit
is out via the catcher there. If you watch it again, nicely done. And the basket catch running away from the plate. And now it's Kruk. Well, the batter wanted time. The pitch was delivered anyway, and it's counted a ball. Oh, pretty drop in there, though, for a strike. Nice pitch. And one from Chitwood. It was given up to 5 runs on 8 hits right now. Soft liner to second, and that'll be a double play. Runner was off with a pitch, and again, not a thing they could do about that. So the double play there, and they get the base runner, but quickly the Eagles get out of it. Watch it again. Again, you can see the runner was already off with the pitch, so once it was caught by Sabatka, dead to rights, and second double play of the day. And BenU will get back to work here. In the bottom of the 5th, still down that 5-1 score, though, so time's starting to run out for them. So going to need to try to figure out a way to get to Van Dyke. They have just 1 hit against her so far, so we're quickly finding out why she is the reigning pitcher of the week in this league.
Greg, when you're done, when the game's over, you can just do all the wire ties on there. Get that wire to hang loose and I'll pull it back up.
By the way, there was also, as I continue to talk about that 1993 team, I keep finding more things to talk about. Also, part of that team was Rita Schultz. Now, Rita Schultz, in 1982, the previous year, led all of Division III in hits. She had 53 in 32 games. And she had a .505 average, the best in the nation. And she was first in the country in homers with 11. So that's part of the offense that they had on that 93 team the next year. Now, she didn't have quite the same year the next year, because how could you duplicate that? But, you didn't just have one of the best pitchers and pitching combos. In Enix and Torgerson, you had Schultz providing the offense. She had 55 RBIs. Line shot and caught. So Malsack starts the 5th with a line out. 1 down for Sabatka. So last year's team that, again, made it to the Sweet 16 and was 1 win away from the World Series. As great a year as that was, they were chasing that 93 team, which still is listed as the best softball team in our history. Of course, our basketball team played in the national championship game last year. And finished ranked 23rd in the country this year. Sabatka is lined out in this one and chases that one up in the zone. And the strike. With the off speed, just misses the outside corner at the knees. Again, this is the last chance to see this team here for a couple weeks as they hit the road for a very long road trip. Swing and a miss. Good rise up in her eyes. Mad at herself for chasing that as Bree. She steps out. More on deck. And to look to the dugout, look to the wristband. And that pitch just a bit outside. So full count to Sabatka. It's been one walk so far. And number 2 as that one goes way up top. Now, Van Dyke, a lot like our Haberkorn, doesn't strike out a ton, but doesn't usually walk very many. So this second walk for her against just one strikeout. Actually, 2 Ks. That's right. She struck out 2 in the fourth, so it's 2-2 right now for her in this game. 1-on-1 out for Moore, who's bounced out to third. Ball 1 low. But again, softball tomorrow at Alverno, and it starts that crazy streak of 12 out of the next 14 games on the road. Swing and a miss. Chase that high rise. We've got 5 straight road conference doubleheaders coming up. Alverno, North Park, Edgewood, Rockford, and AU before they come home on the 15th against Wisconsin Lutheran for 2. Then back to MSOE for 2 more. So again, 12 out of 14 on the road after today for BenU. And then they'll host Marion, Lakeland, and Kalamazoo all in a row late in April to try to make up for that. Slapper foul, first base side out of play. So again, baseball won game 1 today. Volleyball won their match. BenU won game 1 of this softball doubleheader. But Eagles are going to have to rally in this one. They're going to want the sweep. That pitch just a bit outside. Here to Moore. But again, there have been quite a few long counts by Van Dyke. Here's another 3-2 pitch. Slapper to the right side. It's going to get, I was going to say get through. That's a tremendous effort to make sure that it didn't get through, but it's still a base hit. But that's a really nice play on a dive at second base by Stephanie Deanna. I did not think she was going to get to that. Let's watch it again. She had a long way to go, but tracks that down. Now that saved a base because I think Sabatka would have made third. But as it is, it's first and second one out for Cassie Johnson. And that'll be a strike on the outside corner. Now that's the thing about these fences being moved in a few feet this year. 2 runners on. A home run much more doable now at our home field than it used to be. And we're 1 swing away from tightening up this game in a hurry at this point. And a line shot that goes off the glove at third, picked up by the shortstop to throw to third. They still get the out there. Boy, BenU's been hitting the ball hard. They just don't have a whole lot to show for it. That's a fielder's choice. And it's first and second, 2 out as we watch it again. Again, that was crushed. But deflected, and it turns into an out anyway. So Sabatka is out for out number 2. You've got first and second, 2 dead for Fritchie, who takes that ball 1 low. There's a strike on the outside corner. Well, for now, Eagles out hit 8-2, outscored 5-1. And a high fly ball to right. And it's dropped. Now, with 2 out, the runners were going. They're both going to score, so that's a huge, huge misplay there. And BenU now down by just a pair at 5-3. So again, with 2 out, the runners were going. And they both come around, and Fritchie gets to second base on the E9. So unfortunate there for Concordia-Chicago. Drifting back and over, you're looking up into the sun, and that goes off the glove. And when it does, both come around to score. So tough there for Strong and right. And now BenU with a runner in scoring position. Courtney Graz at the plate. You're a base hit away from a 1-run game. And, of course, Courtney's got the power to swing away from tying it. And she'll rip that one. A base hit down the left field line. Run arounding third will score. And indeed, it's a 1-run game now. And Graz comes through with the RBI single. So Fritchie will tally. And just like that, BenU right back in it. Boy, nice job to turn on that pitch up and in by Graz. Showed how strong she is. Because you weren't going to get the fat of the bat on that one. But she just turned on it and muscled that thing into left. And now you've got a runner at first for Haberkorn. Holly in this game has reached on an error and struck out and fouls one to the screen there. So 5-4, BenU back within 1. Well, they rallied and came from behind to beat Wheaton in game 2 on Thursday. Can they do it here? And a shot foul right field side, up and out of play to the sidewalk area between the baseball and softball field. Let's see if Haberkorn can come through to keep this rally alive. That's going to be a delayed steal. Courtney Graz. Great job there. Delayed steal. No one was even covering. Waited till the pitch came into the plate and took off, and all of a sudden, BenU a base hit away from tying it up. 1-2 to Haberkorn after that last pitch. Great heads-up play by Graz on the delay. Chop foul to stay alive. Nice job by Holly just to get a piece of that. To fight off a 2-strike pitch. Well, that was most of my steals were the delay variety. I was not born with blazing speed, but that was the beauty of it. I would get on base and they would forget about me, and pitch would come in and I would take off, and they would never expect it. No one was ever covering. There's going to be a base hit to right, and that's going to tie the game. Haberkorn comes through with a ripped shot to right, and that's where that delay steal comes in handy, as that allows the run to score. So Benedictine with a big 5th inning to tie it up at 5. Boy, Holly hit that a ton, too. So much that it hit off the right fielder. It was hit so hard. Strong had a hard time even getting the glove down there in time. As you saw Graz come through. And now Boyajian. And a high fly ball, foul left field side, well out of play. Now let's see if they send Haberkorn here. She is 1 for 1 in steals. Ground ball up the middle and knocked down, but that's all. And the rally continues as Boyajian reaches. That's going to be an error. And now it's first and second for Plutz, the 9th batter to bat in this inning. So for as good as Van Dyke is and has been, BenU starting to make more and more solid contact. And there's been a couple of defensive miscues, and that have really cost the Cougars here. So the 9th batter of the inning is Plutz. She has struck out and bounced out. And this says a lot about BenU. You know, the other team can open the door, but you've got to take advantage, and the Eagles are. And it's 5-all now. So they bat it around. The freshman up in a big spot here. And that one will just miss. A little drop outside corner, just missed the knees. So 2 on, 2 out. Off-speed drop up in the zone, comes down and gets the top part. So 1-1. And a slapper just foul of the first base bag. Well, that's 4 errors in this game for the Cougars to none for Benedictine, and that's helping BenU fight their way back. Of course, it's not over yet. And we know the Cougars can continue to score, which is why BenU needs to continue to do so here while they can. Pitch outside. So 2-2. Although you can tell Van Dyke, as good as she's been today until this frame, she's kind of been fighting her control all day. There's, again, been a lot of long counts. That's going to be just barely fair. So fielded there cleanly, and the tag of the bag, and the inning is over. But 9 Eagles come to the plate, and 4 of them score. So a big 4-run 5th inning to tie this up at 5. So BenU breaks on through